Morning everyone, how you doing? So today we're going to whip down one of my little rivers and we're going to see if we can get some trout. I know it's out of season at the moment for river fishing, but no worries, there's only trout in there anyway. There's the odd other little fish, but you don't really catch them. So I've just popped into Latham's, I'm in Pot Heim, grabbed a few bits. We're now on our way. Yeah! So we've got about hour 15-minute drive and we'll get the gear out, so I'll show you a little bit on the way and we'll go from there. We've got a horrible day, it's all wet and windy, but that's the time it was available to me, so that's the time I had to go. As you can probably see, it's not a very nice day. Temperatures are not terrible, we've got 10 degrees. The rest of it, well, I keep pouring with rain and then it clears up for a little while and it pours again, and we've got 90% chance of rain all day, so I think we're going to get some rain. So I hope everyone's well and doing good at the moment. I've been really busy at work, daytime and night time. As a lot of you know, I run a car business, so I'm doing sort of valet and detailing work a lot of the time, and then the next day I could be driving down the car and getting ready to paint it, doing sort of dent repairs and that sort of thing. Yeah, take a bit on your alarms. We have to do what we have to do, don't we, to pay the bills? Today we're going to be out on the river. Been looking forward to it. Got a couple of other trips planned as well. But the weather up here lately has been absolutely terrible. Like 40-50 mile an hour winds along the coast. Blowing your head off and keep going down there every couple of days just to see if it's good enough to get a session in, but it's been really bad. If you look at my channel, you'll see some of the videos I'll shoot some of the big waves. It's just been totally unfishable for a little while. So we're well on our way now. Look at this lovely weather. Not really what we want. I've got my suit and boots. I'm sure we can stick a bit of wet weather for a little while. We're heading down the A47 towards Norwich. Rivers and that shut down. Let me know in the comments below what you normally do. You normally start fishing lakes and stuff like that. Get out there doing a bit of sea fishing. You go after the old trout like I am today. Let me know what you do. I missed the old feeder fishing in the rods already. But I'm sure the time will pass fairly quick. We'll get back on there. Just be nice to know what everyone else does. As you know, on the channel I try to sort of mix it up and do all sorts of different things, like 1 minute I'm in a little stream like today, next minute I'll be in a massive lake, so you always get a good mixture of everything. That's the way I like to do it, and I think that's the way all subscribers and everything like to do it. Oh, by the way, hello to all the new subscribers, we're getting keeps trying to pop its head out, even though it's saying rain all day. We might be lucky and get a couple of clear spots. Should be cool. Area, but it's just on the end of a sort of road where people live and stuff, so if you come down here, sort of be nice and quiet and respectful of the area. I normally fish off this bridge to start with, so we'll do the same today, I think, and then we'll go from there. There. Right, I'm going to get the old suit on. The old vast boots on for today. It's actually stopped raining a little bit at the moment, so that's good. It's just drizzling. So we're all suited up. Good on that. Oh, I need to come. That's what we're using today. Savage gear rod and reel. Obviously the feeder's about to come off because we're not feeder fishing, not allowed to do that. So what I recommend is basically just get your favourite fly, and then what I do is put some bread over the top. So I'll show you around a little bit and we'll get that right in the water. So this side's very shallow, as you can probably see down there. You can probably see the bottom. Do get the odd Persian fish it now and again, but it's normally in the middle of hot summer. It doesn't really do much for me. And then over this side, which I'm going to fish today, it's very, very clear. So I doubt the fish will be sitting out in the middle. Can't see anything at the moment, but I'm pretty sure there'll be a few hiding under that bridge there. So we'll take a look there to start with. Right, let's get a bait in the water. You can see that's what we do. Fairly big baits. We want it to drift through. Let's see if we can hook up. So nothing on the first couple of casts at the moment, but you never know. Got to keep running it through a few times. So I've got it sitting right underneath the bridge at the moment. It doesn't seem to be a great deal of trout down there at the moment. I think there's the odd one breaking the surface. We've just got to wait for them to switch on and take our fly or take our bit of bread. Well, it's pouring with rain on me at the moment, but we're going to carry on as much as we can. There is a couple of fish under there. I've had a couple of takes, but can't get any further than having a couple of takes at the moment. Well, time to have a move. Did have a take and hooked up for, I don't know, 5 seconds or so. We were running it a while ago. But otherwise, there don't seem to be too many under there, so I'm going to start wandering down the river a bit further and see if we can find a few more. So this is what this side looked like. Can't see anything moving about. Very hard to see under the bridge from this side. Let some bread trickle along the stream and right round over the back there. But nothing seemed to be rising. I think what we'll do is we'll have a little wander along the river. Get away from this traffic. As you can probably see, this all looks nice. But don't seem to ever get anything down here though, even though there's a deep bowl down in front of us. There never seemed to be anything sitting in there. I have tried quite a few times. I think the trout like the shallower water. I think we'll head down that way. I know there's a few otters on this river now, so, well, there has been for a few years now. So it might be a case of a lot of the fish are gone, but I'm not going to find out unless we try. It is very clear. You can see the sandbanks on the other side there. Normally in the summer you can see the trout sitting along there, but I can't see a single fish at the moment. The water's pretty low really compared to what it normally is. Bear with me a little bit, there's a lot of undergrowth and stuff to deal with. Got a few favourite spots along here, so we'll stop on a few of them and see how we get on with them. Mr. Pheasant sitting there in the corner. As you can see, a lot of the big rafts and that are made up, so there's been a lot flowing down river. All these deep spots like these, which are what, I don't know, 3-4 foot deep, never seemed to be anything in them. The otters have just had most stuff out of them. So back 10 years ago, this would have had chub and barbel and all sorts in. Sorry about the wavy camera, I'm getting all caught up in the bushes and stuff. We'll creep into here, I think, and have a little drift under there. We've caught here a few times in the past. Just trickling some bread along the surface and just seeing if we can get anything to rise. I've got the rod sort of under the tree, closer in. This is what it looks like from down here. See how clear it is, you can see straight to the bottom. The rod sitting down here. I'm fishing down under this tree, trying to get a few things to rise. Such a hard river to fish. And so I said on the way down here, there's literally only a handful of fish in however many miles stretch. So the fish could literally be anywhere. You could come down and blank 10 times, and then you could end up on the fish and catch 4 or 5 fish. Well, I couldn't make anything happen there. Let's keep going this way. Surely there's got to be something somewhere. Big old heron up there. There's a lot of snags and branches and all sorts come down the river, so that's not really helping. Can't trot through where I'd want to, but let's keep trying. I'm gonna have to go through this swim next, I think. Trouble is, everything is so clear you can just see the whole swims. Where are you, fishies? Or is there no more? Still pouring with rain. Surely we deserve one fish in the rain. Put it out in the flow and let it go down that corner. Mr. Pheasant. Bait. Well, I'm getting soaking wet, but nothing's really happening. The old camera gear's getting soaked as well, actually. Need to be careful of that. This is what I was doing. I was trotting along here, along this big deep path here, up around this corner, which all looks good, but that can look good if there ain't no fish about. It's not going to be any good. Right, I'm going to let it run all the way along there now. See if that does us any good. Cool, the flow down this end is very, very slow. The water's quite low at the moment, to be honest. It's normally a bit higher than this, or quite a bit higher than this. Probably another over a foot. Which is a bit of a shame, but let's have a trickle through down here, shall we? Whew, no bites down this end then. Can't seem to find anything along this side of the river. The only place we've actually seen fish is under the bridge. So I think we better head back up that way. It's probably going to be our best chance of getting a bite. So we're back at the bridge. Could not get anything going down that river. Everywhere's really shallow, so that's sort of making it really hard to find the fish. Must be sitting in a deep hole somewhere. There's a couple under the bridge, but nothing that's taken or anything. But we're gonna have another go. We'll run one through again and see if we can get a take. Sun's actually come out of it. Took me top off of that. Top off my silver. Looking very black behind me there. So let's run this through and see if we can get a take here. And then if not, we're gonna jump in the car and we're gonna go to a different part of the river. Right, I think it's time to climb down the wall and fish them down there. As you can see a few fish coming up. Swirling at the baits but not connecting, so let's get down there and see what we can do from down there. Still raining, as you can see. Right, let's have a go from down here then. Just not flowing through in the right area, so I'm going to put a little bomb on and I'm going to have it go on the bottom, try and get it in the right area. So we're sitting down here on a rod rest at the moment because someone's been here and left that rod rest. So I'm using that. We're down under the bridge. Love to put a camera under there and actually see what's going on under there. Might have to do that one day. I'm just hoping we're going to get this rod tip go flying around and Mr. Brown trout will be on the end. There's definitely a couple of fish under there. How big they are is hard to tell because they come up and take it so gently. Well, give it half an hour under here now and it's still not happening. I'm roasted again, so I'm taking the old top off. Whew. I think we're going to give it another half an hour, and if not, we're going to move on to another spot. I hope there's some fish there. Don't want to blank. Oh, that'd be terrible. But we can only try, can't we? Alright, I'm going to keep an eye on this rod, and fingers crossed, hopefully I'll be playing a fish next time you see me. Casting in all different areas around the bridge. Haven't really had a tap to be fair. Keep drifting stuff along the surface as well. I think they've either moved, a couple that were there, or they're just not interested. The sun's actually come out for me for a little while. Look how nice it is there with the sun out. The rod sitting down there. Got this lovely bridge and stream all flowing through. It's a lovely spot to fish. It's a shame that the trout are not playing ball today. Well, it's been 4 hours, or over 4 hours now. I've been walking up and down the river and fishing under the bridge, and nothing's happening. So I think we need to try another spot. I'm going to jump back in the car, drive further down the river to a different spot I know, and see if Mr. Trout is down there. Bear with me. Hopefully we'll get one before the end of the session, but I can only do my best. So I actually got stuck down there. I'll spin you around and show you. Because the wall was all mossy, I couldn't pull myself up, so I had to build myself some steps and find some stuff along the bank. It took me about half an hour. Crazy. If you look over there near the wall there, you can see what I built up. Got tree trunks, some stones and stuff like that, so I could get my foot up under the drain. And if you look at the top of the wall, it's all mossy. I couldn't pull myself up. So that was a bit of luck. Otherwise I'd have been walking through the water and under the bridge and out over the other side there. And I'd have been drenched. Right, let's move on to another location. Oh, wow, we're not doing too well, are we? Well, let's move on and try and find somewhere else. It's absolutely pouring now. I know where I'm going to go, but whether the water's going to be high enough and stuff and whether there's going to be any fish there is a different thing. Let's travel to there and see how this rain goes. Let's hope this rain passes over. Otherwise I'm going to get absolutely drenched. So I don't mind getting wet, but it's hard to film when it's raining without messing up the gear. That's really pouring. Good thing about it is the temperatures are warm enough today. It's not cold. I'm actually quite hot. I've been wandering through all that undergrowth down the river and that. I don't think I would be if I was sitting static somewhere there. So we're not too far off the second venue now. Let's hope Mr. and Mrs. Brown Trout are gonna take some notice of the flies or some bait. If I do blank, that's going to be the first time ever that I've gone after the brown trout and not caught one. Up here then, rain's starting to stop, which is good. As you can probably see by the skies and that, it's all still really moody. bridge here we're going to try, but we've got to park a bit further down. Let's hope there's enough water in there and it's worthwhile. Well, I've just been talking to some of the locals and they're all saying that there's lots of otters in the TAS at the moment, and well, we know what that means because the water's like really shallow at the moment, the fish can't hide. So Mr. Otters will probably have the rest of what's in there. It's not good at all, but nothing we can do about it. I'll come back and try again in the summer, and if there's nothing there again then I might have to stop coming there. It might be the end of fishing on the TAS. Got loads of other places to go during this year, so don't worry, there's plenty more fish coming. But it would have been nice to get a brownie today. I've just been up under the bridge behind me at the new spot. Trickled some bait in that through, but it's absolutely pouring out there, as you can probably see on the windows and that. You can probably hear it pounding on the roof. So I'm not really sure whether to go and sit out there in the rain or not. It's not looking too good, I don't think. So as you can probably see, we're at the new spot. Just trying just over the other side on them trees. And I'm going to try down on that tree over there. Hopefully you can hear me with all these traffic about. This is what the other side of the bridge looks like. Some lovely looking spots, but not very many fish these days. Mr. Otter has had most of them. Right, let's have another cast under these trees then. There are normally a few brownies around this area, but we'll have to see what happens. It's been absolutely pouring for the last hour, so I sort of sat a bit of that out in the car. And now I'm back down here again, still raining, but it's only sort of drizzling, slightly heavy now. So we're down there at the moment under that tree there, just fishing underneath all of that floating stuff going through. Normally a good spot. Down the middle now, we'll keep trying all different spots. No bites yet. Pouring with rain again, as you can probably see. Not good. Don't know how much longer I'm going to stand out here getting soaked. I'm doing my best just to get the one point and the one fish at the moment, but sometimes it's not to be. Can't actually remember the last time I blanked, so probably do one, but standing out in this rain, it'd have been nice to get a fish today. We're not done yet. Well, I'll give it a, I don't know, hour and a half there, not even a nibble. So I am seriously starting to think of what people are saying is true. There is no fish left in the river, just the odd little tiny thing. It's not good if that is the case, but what can we do? What I'm going to do on the way home, I'm going to stop at the main bridge where we started. Just going to run some bait through there just to make sure there isn't nothing coming up now. It's been a while now, and if there's nothing happening, I think I'm going to call it a day, because as you can probably see, I'm running straight through and it's not really worth sitting there getting ill over getting soaked and we're not even getting bites. So right, I'll see you at the other bridge again. nice to have a little wander around the old river now and again, but it's not very nice when it's showing signs of no fish at all. So I saw a couple of fish first thing this morning when we first got to the bridge spot. They were just small trout from what I could see. It's only stopped raining all day for about 10 minutes. It's not having it at all today. It just wants to rain. Spoke to a friend earlier on who's fishing in Lowestoft at the moment, and he reckoned that's lovely there. It's crazy, isn't it? Been raining all day here. Nearly back at the bridge. Well, the other bridge, I should say. Just got to go left on the main road up here. Down the road a bit. I can't really try anything else because it's out of season for coarse fishing at the moment. So I haven't been targeting anything else, just purely after the trout. Not that there's anything else in there. You sometimes get the odd dace in the middle of the summer. If you're very lucky, you might get a trout if there's one's found its way. Trout, and the chub if one's found its way in there. Basically what I've had all day. I think coming out and fishing in this harsh conditions, be rewarded with a fish, wouldn't you? Be nice. There it is. It'd be crazy if we had a cast and we had one first cast. I spent all that time on the river today. Right, let me see what I can do. I ain't brought no food, no drink or no nothing with me today. I was only going to pop down for a couple of hours, because it'll obviously take me over an hour to get here now. But due to the lack of fish and not catching anything, I've carried on for about 5 hours now. So I'm going to try again here for a little while, and then if I can't get anything within sort of an hour, I'm going to have to call it a day. You can't say I'm not trying. I'm definitely putting the effort in and trying, moving all up and down the river, moving to different spots. It's just it's like someone's just been in there and just removed all the fish. Right, let's try again. Well, I've had another good go, but it's just not happening. I'm soaked right through now, still pouring rain, so sorry, but I'm going to have to call it there. I gave it my best shot. It's just nothing happening whatsoever, just like they're not there at all. So I said a couple of rise, I don't know, maybe a pound and a half when I first got here this morning, and that's it. That's all the fish I've seen all day. It's pretty crazy. So if you got this far, thanks very much for watching, I appreciate that. Sorry about the blank, and if you know my channel, you know I don't do that very often. It happens a couple of times, 2 or 3 times a year at the most, really. So better start thinking about the next session and catch some fish, better I? Thanks for watching, see you soon. That's what we've still got out there at the moment. It's not too nice. Anyone else know of any spots that you can catch trout with bread and stuff like that floating along the surface, because I like to fish like that, please let me know in the comments and I'll go and give it a go and we'll do a video. I know it's not the traditional way, most people catch them on the flies and stuff. I do use the flies and that now and again, but not on a normal fly rod, like, you know, whipping the line backwards and forwards and all that sort of stuff. We'll just cast it out and reel it, jump it along the surface, etc. Right, the drive home. Couldn't make us stay up. To make it worse, I'm now stuck in the traffic jam. Lovely.